Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Original Campaign. This is Big Los. We find ourselves in Port Llast, right by Llast, the armor seller. And if you do sleight of hand enough on him, you get a sort of helmet. You get a thieves' hood. Now the thieves' hood gives you immunity to knock down poison and boosts your concentration, move silently and hide, and is only usable by rogues, so we're going to give that to Nishka. And if you sell the trophy that you stole from the goblin, you get 80 gold for it, and you get 255 gold for a silver necklace. So let's take off and go over to where Naya is, and we'll tell her that we completed the quest of putting all that worms mage on the bodies at Ember. So when you say I did as you asked, you get 750 XP for that. And she gives you Amulet of the Doom Guide. Now if you tell Eleni, if she happens to be in your party, that I shall treasure it, you gain 2 points of influence with her. And I don't know if it'll aid us or not. You could probably sell it. Now if you steal enough times from Naya, you get a ring. You get a ring of hiding, which improves your hide by 6. Now the Amulet of the Doom Guide gives you immunity to death magic, but only lawful characters can use it, or those characters that have a high use magic device like the captain does. So let's head on into the Alliance Arms Inn. See, can we move around my party? I guess we'll have to use the keys. Okay, here's Marcus. He found his way over here safely. So we'll be calling on him sooner than later. And here's Calindra. So, yeah, we tell her that we found her partner dead. We get 1,000 XP for telling her that. And now she doesn't know what she'll do. Now we can recruit her later to do a special job, and you'll see that later in the game. Now we need to go to Lord Nasher's castle, so we'll meet you over there. And here we are. So we'll talk to Lord Nasher, and let's give him this journal that we found from Arvel. So we get 500 XP for that, and he gives us 200 gold pieces for that. And afterwards, we're going to go talk to Sir Naval and tell him that we have amassed enough clues to prove our innocence. So let's get this trial on, shall we? We're ready. Now what's the point of this screen? Thought it already loaded.
Lord Nasher Alagandar, Defender of Neverwinter, and Reverend Judge Olef Uskar, Lord Justiciar of Tyr.
Bring in the accused.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Good to see you.
Reverend Judge, let the trial commence.
We are gathered here to determine the truth of the crime committed in the small village of Ember. Its people slaughtered to the last man, woman, and child. Under Tyr's guidance shall the truth of this matter be revealed, and justice delivered. Is the accuser here?
I speak for those the accused slaughtered at Ember, and I am here to see that justice is carried out this day.
Yeah, right.
I think you speak out of turn, murderer. You are on trial today, not I.
Enough! Both of you will be silent.
Oh, this will be fun. Well said, by the way. Nothing like a simple turn of phrase to make Torio look the fool.
And is the accused here? And his defender?
We are present and eager to bring the truth of this matter into Tyr's sight, Reverend Judge.
Very well. We now list the items presented by the accused in their defense, and they will be shown to the people of the court, Lord Nasher, and held aloft for the eye of Tyr to see. First off,
It may take a while for them to get through all the evidence, bless it, and the rest of the ritual nonsense. So if you have anything you want to ask, now's the best time.
Okay, what advice would you offer?
Torio is an arrogant creature, but she is not a Luskan ambassador for nothing. This court is her theater, her arena, and she has had years of experience in treachery and twisting words. While evidence helps a case, she knows it is often the drama, the belief of everyone here as to who is guilty and who is not that will ultimately win the day. Do not forget that the rabble are here today to see someone hang. Unless you can convince them that you have been wronged, and grievously so, it is an uphill battle you fight.
Who cares about the rabble? It all matters on the judge.
It is somewhat unorthodox, but playing upon the animosity between Luskan and Neverwinter may help you.
Okay, let's do that then.
But that will only go so far, and may even help Torio in convincing the court that your actions may have been an attempt to start another war which no one in Neverwinter wants. I cannot give you a clear strategy, but remember that trading diplomatic words with Torio will be difficult. Do not resort to such a duel unless you feel you can absolutely win. And do not threaten her or try to bluff her unless you are equally certain. If you fail, you are bound for the gallows for certain.
Nah, maybe not.
Well, I'm glad someone does. I occasionally have a good idea, you know.
Sometimes.
Oh, well, you're welcome. But really, no thanks needed. I assure you, this is a labor of love, and I relish the thought of seeing Luskan lose face, and possibly Torio losing her head. Come, let us deliver some humiliations, one arrow at a time. It looks like they have finished dispensing the evidence.
And that is the evidence before us.
Perfect. Look at their faces. Torio's got quite a task ahead of her. That little harpy. Let's see her fly out of this little trap.
The accuser, Ambassador Torio Claven of Luskan, may now call witnesses to the stand.
These pieces of evidence, if that is what they truly are, can easily be explained away. It may seem extensive, but our witnesses will tell a different story.
Your accusations can be explained away.
Speculate? The truth is what we are here to determine. Everything is in question.
What's with the question mark? Did it work or not?
Of course not, and I aim to prove it.
So, did it work?
I suggest you hold your tongue. I think you will want to hear what my witnesses have to say.
I guess it did work.
My, she has a temper. Well done. I am impressed.
I understand that you wish to stall the witnesses about to speak, but there is really nothing more your wordplay can do to prevent it. In any event, let me call my first witness.
Wait now, I have an objection.
Eh?
I don't know who's been casting aspersions on my friend here, but I'll have no more of it. Seems to me this travesty of justice needs its curtains drawn, it does.
And who is this?
A well-known tradesman in truth, Venton Orley, your ambassadorness, and I say the accursed is innocent.
Do you know this man? I do not know whether he is a Luskan deception or one from your friend Gudmund de Vrie.
He's courtesy of Axel, of course.
Is this one of your witnesses, Sand? You seem confused.
No, I know him.
Seems to me whatever coward and scoundrel or Luskan-loving Luskan who killed all those people in Ember wasn't this one. I have the truth of my own two eyes to back it up. He was drinking with us in the sunken flagon all that time. I swear upon my life and every god I worship.
So he was drinking with you this whole time, for several days.
Have you ever seen him drink? Wouldn't be asking that question if you had. You should come out and down a tankard or two with us, by the way. Ambassador, is it? You look like it could be a little fun, you could.
Huh.
This trial concerns Ember. Please stick to the matter at hand.
Aye. I know where I'd like to stick my hand, I do.
I'm sure you do.
Why, he's undermining Torio. He's making it a fool's court on purpose, just to upstage Torio to make her lose her demeanor.
This man is a drunk and an offensive one. I ask that he be removed from the courtroom and allow the trial to proceed.
Yeah. I want him to speak.
Who remembers the war? I do. The Luskan War, the unprovoked assault. Now they try to do the same. With words. Down with the Luskan attackers. Whatever weapons they use, down I say. Now that I have said my piece, I will walk out on my own 2 feet. Not ordered out by Luskan interlopers. Freedom for Neverwinter!
Well, now that that outburst is done, perhaps we can get on with the real trial, shall we? I think this case has barely scratched the surface of what happened at Ember. However, the question is, how has the accused behaved in other circumstances? Let us examine the accused's character in a place closer to home. I call forth a merchant of Neverwinter, Raylene, to speak on the...
Hello? Hello, my, what a crowd. Are they all here for me?
Nishka, is that you?
Torio, an objection has been raised. What is the reason you have brought this merchant before us?
Why, the character of the accused is at the heart of this case, Reverend Judge, and this merchant of Neverwinter has seen it firsthand.
Oh, look at that. I recognize him. Is he the accused?
Yes, and you recognize him, you say?
Why, yes, as I explained to you. Came by to ask for a donation, not to break my shop into little pieces. I was quite honored. Meant I'd finally achieved the status I'd been working for some time.
So the accused threatened you?
Not exactly.
Oh, well, yes. Took me a while to figure it out, though. Still, I was more than pleased to pay the gold. Meant more recognition, you know.
I see. Extortion of one of Neverwinter's merchants, one who cannot even defend herself. I am not certain there is a truer test of one's character.
Am I done? Can I talk about my shop?
No, you are done. Thank you, Raylene.
Actually, I want you to talk about your shop.
Your friend? What, so you can threaten her more?
I'd love to. We haven't had a chance to talk much since your visit. I'd love to catch up.
Look at me when I talk to you.
My, you do know business. I'd say I take in a revenue of about 30 more gold a 10-day. Now, and that's no small sum. I hope you people of the court are paying attention. This person you're accusing knew exactly what to do to give business a good kick and help me out. I wish that everyone in Neverwinter, all merchants who have been hurt by the trade season, could be helped just like this. It would be good for the whole city.
Exactly.
But again, thank you.
See? So it did help.
Oh, yes, it worked quite well indeed. I really can't thank you enough for intervening. It really made a difference.
Good job calling that witness.
Oh, well, it was good seeing everyone. Please stop by. I have payments to make in order to keep the shop at one piece, you know.
Very well. Ambassador, do you have another witness?
Another witness, yes, and a most important one, Reverend Judge. Unknown to many, the people of Ember were not slaughtered to the last woman and child.
Uh-oh, sounds like Elaine.
I call on Elaine, the last living resident of Ember, to speak on what she saw that fateful day. Elaine, thank you for coming here. I know how difficult it must be, but you realize that you are the only voice of Ember that survived that terrible tragedy. Now, please tell the court what you saw.
I saw the accused. They're at Ember. He killed them all.
Elaine, no.
Wait, so based on one witness?
Look, when you get the chance, Ask her if I would ever travel with someone who would do that, and where we were when it occurred.
This isn't good. We need to change the course of the river streaming from her eyes, or we're all going to hang.
How would you guys hang too?
Perhaps after the witness has a chance to tell her side of the story. I understand you are anxious to derail this key witness, but show some compassion for her.
It will be allowed. In time, all sides of an issue must be heard. For now, Ambassador, continue.
Go on, Elaine. Tell us what you saw.
All those people. And they had no weapons. They had no way of fighting back.
But the accused slaughtered them all, did he not?
Yes. I saw it all. I took refuge in Port Llast. There was nowhere left for me to go.
You are safe now, Elaine, and the accused cannot harm you here. What more proof is needed? We have a witness that saw the accused perform the deed. Perhaps we should move on to the sentence now. The accused's guilt is plain.
But what about the alteration powder?
Of course. Please, the trap has already closed. There is no squirming out of it now.
We don't need to ask Chandra.
Yes, I did.
What?
See, there goes your whole case.
Forget this. Clearly the witness is too distraught to give her testimony properly. So, let's choose someone who's not affected by Ember at all. Someone the accused knows all too well. I call forth Chandra Jarrow. What?
Oh, please.
Let her speak for herself, please. You cannot threaten her here. Come now, Chandra. Don't be afraid. We are in a court of law. You may speak freely here.
About what? About these false accusations?
No. I am interested only in your interactions with the accused. You travel with him, do you not?
I do.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever observed the accused causing, or near, any acts that compare to the destruction at Ember?
I really don't think that...
Answer the question.
No.
Not even your home?
Well, yes. But that was different. There were...
And wasn't your home attacked twice, and is now burned to the ground?
Well, yes, but that was after...
Next time when I ask you a question, I want you to answer it, Chandra, without objecting or giving me exceptions. You are safe here, and you need not fear the accused anymore. Because you see, what I am most concerned about, Chandra, is what you think. What you really think of the accused. We know something of his activities in Neverwinter already, as well as the lands around. So think carefully before you answer.
Hope you've been treating her well. She's about to come clean.
I have.
Is he someone who might do such a thing?
No, he is a good man who cares about others. To hear him slandered like this makes me angry at the injustice of it.
Angry enough to attack? To kill those who stand against the accused? I see.
By the gods, if you are accusing me of what happened at Ember...
I make no such accusations. But trouble does follow the accused, oddly enough. Perhaps you are blinded. One can often be in shock after the destruction of one's home. Thank you for all your help, Chandra. I think this matter will soon be brought to a close.
I hope you get what you deserve, Ambassador.
My dear, all I want is justice.
No, you don't. Are you done?
Almost. You see, there's only one more I wish to speak to, and that is you. Why, I call the accused as a witness, of course.
Well, screw you.
My question is a simple one. Why did you kill the people of Ember?
Oh, that's not a loaded question.
We do not need a history lesson here. Ember is all that concerns us.
Let's do all these lores.
We will allow it.
Very well.
More lore?
There is no need to dwell on past.
Oh, sure there is.
Reverend Judge, we are not here for a recounting of old wars.
But there's a parallel between the two attacks.
Indeed. And what dusty tome or witness shall you grasp for next in your defense? Please, amuse me with a name.
Actually, I was in the Neverwinter archives.
Enough of this diversion. You have distracted us from the matter at hand, but not for long. Let us see if your witnesses prove as capable. No more questions, Reverend Judge.
Very well, Ambassador. The accused may now present their witnesses.
May I? I have a brief opening speech with some cutting barbs prepared, but if you'd rather be found innocent as quickly as possible...
Nah, go ahead. By all means.
Thank you, Reverend Judge, Lord Nasher, and fine people of Neverwinter. These allegations are a farce, my lord. I mean to show you the innocence of this man, a squire of Neverwinter, and the falsehood of the accusations against him. The evidence of the ambassador from Luskan is a transparent, ill-conceived ploy to destroy the life of one of Neverwinter's loyal servants.
The accused has only been a squire for a short time, conveniently promoted after the massacre of the people of Ember. Perhaps as a reward?
Ambassador, you have had your say. Now it is time for the accused to speak. And as for you, Sand, I would refrain from such accusations without first presenting proof.
My lord, the difference is, in my statements can be found the truth. I was going to call Callum of the Neverwinter 9, the commander you met in Old Owl Well after the victory there. His voice carries a great deal of weight.
Sure. Go ahead. Good idea.
For our first witness, I summon Callum of Neverwinter 9, fresh from his victory over the vicious orc tribes in Old Owl Well. Lord Callum, none can doubt your service and loyalty to Neverwinter, your successful defense of our sovereign lands. You have met the accused before, have you not?
He was a great help to me in defeating the orc bands at Old Owl Well in earlier months. Were it not for his assistance, the well would now be held by the orcs. The soldiers of Neverwinter and the realm itself owe a deep debt of gratitude to him, and it is a travesty that these foul charges have been levied against him.
Thank you, Lord Callum. We are ever grateful to hear the words of one of the 9.
As are the people of Luskan. Tell me, Lord Callum, you say you met the accused in Old Owl Well, did you not?
I did.
Yet, the accused was not a member of the Neverwinter forces at the time. Why was the accused there?
Who cares?
That is correct. And with the extra blade, we were able to turn a holding action into victory.
Very well. Then one last question for you, if I may. Lord Callum, I have heard you express that the charges in this court are a travesty, and that they are unwarranted.
That is true. I feel the charges are unfounded.
Is it because they are given by Luskan?
Luskan has much to gain by casting down heroes of Neverwinter. Do I trust that Luskan brings such charges in good faith? I do not. Nor do I trust your motives, Ambassador. There is a reason that low justice and high justice were divided by the Luskan-Neverwinter Treaty, and I do not believe that any Luskan court or advocate has justice on their mind.
But you do know that the voice of the accused's counsel is from Luskan, do you not? From the ranks of the Hosthour of the Arcane, before he fled?
That banshee!
That's grounds for a mistrial right there.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I agree. This matter concerns Ember, and whether the accused, who has sacrificed for Neverwinter on many occasions, merits such accusations. The origin of such charges or slander on the counsel of the accused has no bearing on the crime itself. I misspoke, but your behavior here, Ambassador, only grants support to my words. If there's nothing else, I think we've all wasted enough time here.
I thank Lord Callum for his time, Reverend Judge. My questions have been answered to my satisfaction.
I see Naya, the herbalist we helped in Port Llast. I was thinking about bringing her to the stand. She could be good for our defense.
Yeah. After I did what you wanted.
The accused calls Naya, resident of Port Llast. Naya, you encountered the accused in Port Llast, did you not?
That's correct. I remember the accused well.
Yeah, nice to meet you again.
And well met to you. It is good to see your face again.
Could you tell us what happened?
I have been at Port Llast for the past season to help fortify the town's defense. Though my duties occupied all of my time, I was concerned about the unburied bodies in Ember. I knew from a former acquaintance, a follower of Calindra, that after dying such violent deaths, it was possible they could arise as undead. But I could not see to them, and could not convince anyone to help, until the good squire came.
Wait a minute, where's my headband of intellect +8?
One could expect nothing less from such a new squire in Nasher's service.
Actually, that was what I observed from the accused, Ambassador. The squire agreed to put the dead to eternal rest.
To hide the evidence, perhaps? This is meaningless.
I'm not a Luskan. Only Luskans would do that.
Yes, it is a wonder that Naya was not killed as well.
Actually, Ambassador, the accused and those he traveled with had every opportunity to kill me, and easily if they had chosen to do so. That too convinced me of the good nature of the accused. The true killer of Ember would have no doubt murdered me as well for attempting to interfere there, especially if I had uncovered any clues while attempting to bury the bodies.
Yes, such speculation is indeed of interest. To those less gullible than those of this court, I think. Now, are you done attempting to hold off a verdict? Or are you ready at last to face justice?
No, at least one more witness, I think, and we shall close the curtain on this stage. Unknown to all, there was another survivor of the Ember massacre. A poor, frightened boy who had to hide in a well to prevent being slaughtered. How did he know to do such a thing? Why, Marcus has a gift of sight beyond sight, the gift of a seer. And he knew the murder would happen to end the true identity of the killer. Tell us what you saw, young Marcus, what you saw with your special gift.
It was a man that killed the village. He was big, much bigger than a normal man. I don't know how you could be confused. Maybe he used a magic disguise. But disguises like that don't fool me.
What is this, a joke? You bring a child seer onto the stand, ask him a question, and then have him lie for you?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
Of course I do. If he has the power of a seer, then let us test it. Marcus, what do I hold in my left hand?
Your left hand holds an iron ring. The ring of Garius, the master of the fifth tower. You hold it tightly, as if afraid it will fly from you. Every time you touch the ring, you see how angry he becomes when one fails him, and you fear his ambition. It is a ring that is more of a chain than a piece of jewelry. And even more so, the ring reminds you of...
Enough! No more questions. It is a ring, nothing more. But the boy guessed correctly. A parlor trick, surely. But the rest is lies, of that be assured. No more questions, Reverend Judge.
Then I shall call our next witness. Chandra, please come forward.
Sand, no!
Oh, come on. Couldn't get any worse.
All right, you've got a good point. Go on, Sand. Ask your questions.
Chandra, you know the accused. You have traveled with him, have you not?
I have.
And this crime of which he is accused? As one who knew the people of Ember, of Port Llast, do you really think him capable of such a crime?
No, not at all. Look, don't get me wrong. Trouble seems to come at his heels. But it's how he deals with those troubles that makes me say no. He keeps trying to make things right, even when things are at their worst. And it's really hard not to admire that, and stick by it, no matter what.
I think that says it all, Chandra. Thank you. I have no more witnesses, Lord Nasher.
The parties have spoken. Now all that remains is judgment to be passed. Lord Nasher.
I expect Lord Nasher has already come to the correct decision.
I certainly hope so. It's evident this was a conspiracy to frame a loyal squire of Neverwinter as a criminal of the worst sort.
Silence, Sand. I have heard enough from you, and from you, Torio. And it is enough for me to reach a decision. The case before me was a difficult one. But it seems we now know the identity of Ember's attackers. Naval, I want the ambassador, her retinue, and any remaining members of the arcane Brotherhood of Luskan outside the city gates by nightfall.
What? This is no verdict. To think the Brotherhood truly responsible.
You brought this case before me. Now you debate my verdict? I would be careful of where you point a sword when you draw it, Ambassador. And remind your masters in Luskan of that as well. I think we've wasted enough time on this. Justice has been done, and...
I claim the right of trial by combat.
Ambassador, I am tired of your games, and I will indulge you no longer.
In a matter of such importance, you would deny me my sacred right of appeal? Can Lord Nasher do that, Reverend Judge? Can he put himself above our god Tyr in this matter?
He cannot. The ambassador from Luskan is entitled to an appeal as she describes.
Trial by combat, huh? Let's do it.
Gods. I was hoping she didn't know about it.
And who will fight for you, Torio? This is no battle with words, though I would like to see you try to match your wit against the blade of a true soldier of Neverwinter.
Indeed, you are correct, Sir Naval. Luskan is not the aggressor here, and I only wish to see justice done. But I cannot defend myself and seek justice in this matter. Is there not one who will champion the people of Ember?
I will. I have listened to these lies, and will answer them with my blade, in Luskan's name.
A champion has been declared. Both the defender and the accused are required by law to report to the Temple of Justice in Neverwinter, to undergo the Rite of Tyr, to cleanse themselves in a night of prayer and vigilance. The following morning, the champions shall meet in combat so that justice may be decided.
So be it. After the rite is observed, the trial shall be held in the morning upon the tourney grounds. Arm yourself and be ready, squire, or choose a champion to fight for you. Because, by the gods, we have not come all this way for justice to be denied in this final hour.
So, it seems this will be decided with blood. If that is what it takes to win the day, then that is what we must do. When you are prepared, go to the Hall of Justice and speak with Prior Ham to start the Rite of Tyr.
Okay, so will we be able to defeat Lorne? Obviously, he's the real murderer. Will he get away with it? We'll find out next time. This is Big Los signing off. See you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.